Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming with more Plague Inc. Evolved custom scenarios. Let's continue with the list of requests. I've got an SCP scenario today, which is always fun. Oh god, TikTok. Ooh, oh boy. 2521 is what we are looking for, and this one, is this the correct one? No, that is not the one. We are looking for one by Valindra. Give me 1 second to find it. Is this it? That's the one right there. SCP-2521. Is it using the exact same picture? It sure as heck is. Alrighty, I guess I'll have to use that for the thumbnail somehow. Don't know how I'm going to make that work with white and black, but okay. SCP-2521 is a humanoid entity that will take anyone who thinks, talks, or knows about it to an undisclosed location never to be seen again. In the scenario, a hacker hacks the national television in the United States and broadcasts its name, causing it to go on a bloody rampage. Can he take over the world? Praise Pravus! Yes, praise be unto me. Alright, bacteria type, ATP boost, Darwinist, aquastatic, hemophile, and transstasis. Transstasis? Let's swap that back over to the symptostasis. Thank you very much. SCP-2521. Alright, so I think we've already done an SCP-2521 scenario before, but it's always cool to see different creative interpretations of the same type of content. The rampage begins. It starts to kill the people who saw its name in America. Can it take down the entire world before the mobile task force takes him down? Welcome, 2521. Are you ready to kill the scum who saw you in America? Unwillingly? Against their will? I guarantee you every one of them would take it back if they had the chance. Hey, look, 3 million people. That's actually kind of cool. I was worried it was going to start with only 1. But since it was broadcast on national TV, the few people in the country who still have cable TV, and apparently 3 million of them, all saw it, and now they're all going to die. Transmission types, what do we have? We have our air, we have our water, and we have sightings. Increase the sightings on the internet, increasing infectivity and spread in populated and dense countries by land. By land? I feel like this should be, if anything, more like a fungal spore burst or something. The internet knows no boundaries in that sense. I don't know. I mean, unless you're in China with the Great Firewall, but that's beside the point. Do we go for any of this? Let's take a look at our symptoms first. We have the urge to kill. See, that just brings back memories of a Simpsons episode, which was a spoof on The Shining. Urge to kill, rising. It was great. Great episode. 2521 gains the urge to kill anyone who dares speaks his name, increasing lethality and unlocking more transmission options. Sounds great, but I don't want lethality quite this early. Blood rage affects all countries, hot or cold, so this is just more resistancing, in which case that's not that different than the bacterial resilience and it's just been reskinned. So, seems creative, slightly creative, but actually kind of sort of the minimal effort. Let's go for some air transmission. That seems reasonable enough. We do have at least a few million people to start off in the United States, which is pretty nice. We actually immediately got into Saudi Arabia, which is just beautiful. Mwah, love it. So that means we want to go for more air transmission, since we actually have a lot of connected airports that we can start infecting right off the get-go. Alrighty. Actually, always nice starting off with a lot of people in the United States, just because it is a wealthy country and it's usually a very, very slow start, so this actually speeds up the scenario quite a bit. Hacker mysteriously murdered. The hacker who broadcasted the disturbing imagery on TV a couple weeks ago has been found dead inside his own home with no weapons or blood found. Police are still investigating this mystery. Somebody called Scooby-Doo. We see, we should go for probably some water, and then let's go for the sightings and see what happens here. So we have some, I guess, urban countries. Yeah, spread in populated and dense countries. So I'm guessing this actually does affect urban countries as well as land transmission from the description. That's the best I can guess. Fear. SCP-2521 uses fear to spread its hatred amongst its victims. I like, by the way, that this author knew not to use the apostrophe. Proud of you. I'm so proud of you. That's beautiful. Increases infectivity by land. That may be slightly patronizing. I apologize. TV interception. TV is intercepted with SCP-2521's image by an unknown person. A second hacker? A copycat. We're all gonna die. Increasing infectivity and more victims of 2521. Greenland opens its first airport. Oh my god! I like how so many scenario creators have taken the liberty to just go ahead and add airports into Greenland. It's like, oh, frickin' screw Greenland, let's just go for it, you know? I just think that's funny. Let's go for some drug resistance while it's relatively cheap. We are very much spreading in Europe and stuff, and I want to go a little bit faster there. Powerful coating. SCP-2521 becomes stronger and more resistant against weaponry and becomes harder to track down, slowing the containment. So it's a reskin, once again, of the genetic hardening in this case. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's not like it's a disease that needs to be cured in the lab, so genetic hardening wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. It's not about genetics. So yeah, okay, it does make sense. It makes sense what the author is trying to do here. I wasn't trying to knock this too much as a reskin. It makes sense from a thematic standpoint. This isn't actually a bacteria, so bacterial resilience and shells and stuff wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. All right, you know what? Fair enough. I spoke too soon. Here's the problem I have right now. We basically have no severity. And the complete lack of severity is murdering my potential for DNA. So we're going to have to start going down some lethality early, even though I don't particularly like it. Insanity would be quite good for us. Hidden Creature would be quite good for us. Anything that gets me some severity as we spread into new countries, so I actually can get some meaningful amount of DNA. Because up to this point, we are Horton. We're Horton a little bit. Tim Horton a little bit. Insanity mutates for free. Good, everyone went insane collectively. So more lethality wouldn't do me a whole lot of good. We do have access to bloody water. SCP-2521 learns how to pour blood in the victim's blood into pools of water. How to pour the victim's blood, into pools of water, causing more people to get sick and be killed off by other causes. Well, that's just disgusting. It doesn't have a lot to do with what I would expect for 2521, because it generally only hates the people who've seen it. So why it would feel the need to go and start just screwing with the water supply is kind of beyond me. Doesn't really fit the theme of what 2521 is, per se. But okay, it's vindictive, apparently. He's got a bit of an attitude. SCP-2521 breaches containment. It's breach containment at site redacted. This is because a hacker hacked the USA's television and caused him to go mad. Mad with power, obviously. More lethality, meh. Blood gifts. The SCP uses the blood of its victims to spread the fear. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for some water transmission, though, just because it is so darn good. TV interception's not bad. Fear's not bad, albeit slightly expensive for the same thing. Bloody water is a lot more expensive, but also some lethality and severity comes out of it, too, so I don't know. I'm kind of wondering if maybe we made a mistake not going for the severity a little bit sooner, and I think my instincts to go for that were right. I was just kind of worried about the lethality. So with all this done, let's see what happens here. We have Hideout. SCP-2521 brings people to an unknown area. Missing an N right here. People start to wonder what happened to their friends and relatives and become anxious. Yeah, if everyone around me just started disappearing, I'd be like, either I have some really bad body odor and no one wants to tell me, or something might be kidnapping them. Some supernatural power might be kidnapping them and force them into an undisclosed location where presumably they will starve and die. I should be afraid. Paranoia. There we go. Actually fits very well. News of an unknown entity. Again, missing an N there. I think that you just don't know that unknown is spelled with U-N-K-N-O-W-N. Entity destroying everyone increases paranoia in victims, more severe. And then we have 2521 Rage. He goes on more killing rampages, increasing lethality in dense populations. Okay. So do we feel like we need some more severity right now? Yes, a little bit more might be good. We don't necessarily need to go for any environmental resilience quite yet, though, I don't know, that could actually be helpful against Russia to get into Greenland, but they have an airport, so maybe we're fine. The Mobile Task Force hunts SCP-2521. The Mobile Task Force has been ordered by the Foundation to track down SCP-2521 and kill him. The cure is how much health SCP-2521 has. So they actually find him right away, and they're just engaged in a life-and-death struggle for presumably, like, months and or years. That's how this is going to work, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so we got enough severity that we are getting a good amount of DNA. I'm going to go ahead and increase that by going for bloody water. The extra lethality could turn out to be a slight issue if we're not careful, but I'm hopeful we'll be fine. We did get into Greenland, so that's good. Extreme bioaerosol is all right, but would that actually help me with where I need right now? No, we've actually gotten into pretty much all of the islands. That's not an issue. What I want to do is go for Blood Gift, which I don't know if this is going to increase our poor transmission, but it usually does, so I'm hoping so. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and grab Teleportation for the extra lethality. Blood Rage, I guess we'll go ahead and pick it up, because I actually could use some heat resistance as well as cold resilience, so a little bit more in all those fronts seems perfectly fine. We get a little bit more DNA there, perfect. Antidepressant resistance? I don't know about that one. Let's see. Murderous rampages or more transmissions. I think we go for more Blood Gift in the poor region, since again, this is primarily where I seem to be struggling right now, so the faster we spread over here, probably the better. We got 2330 DNA. Okay, it's going up quite a bit. We actually now have Rage, so the lethality is about to spike. We could go for the Extreme Hematophagy. Uses host lymphocytes to replicate. The SCP uses lymphocytes to replicate? How is that supposed to work? I don't know, but it does give me some mutation chance, which actually could be useful for us just saving a lot of DNA, so I'm okay with that. And again, poor countries are where I'm struggling. What I need next probably is some more drug resistance in places like Canada, since that's a bit of a struggle. I'm going to go for some dedicated cold resistance. This is the thing about these resistances here, the resilience, bacterial shells and stuff, is I don't really know if you get, let's say, 0.5 resistance in cold and heat as opposed to, let's say, 0.75 in both of these. I don't know for sure, so I usually focus on the exclusive here just to get the max benefit, hopefully, in places where I definitely need it, like Canada right now. Let's see, have we any countries we haven't infected up to this point? No, everyone's got it. So if we could find corpse transmission, that would be amazing. The hideout probably doesn't do me a whole lot of good right now. We could go for the sensation. The sensation of 2521 claiming its next victim causes suicidal thoughts in the host, a little bit more lethality there. And riots causes people to riot in the streets. People are mad that the mobile task force will not do anything to stop him. Lots of severity comes out of that. Does it slow down the cure? Quite possibly. I'm going to go for some more lethality with the sensation. Then we have extreme aggression. The MTF's actions against SCP is not enough for the people, so they start to run into the streets and kill people and start mayhem, because that totally will help solve the problem. But when people are panicking, in, I don't know, let's say a murderous SCP scenario or a global pandemic, I don't know, they don't tend to act very rationally. I'm a little concerned about Iceland right now, but we seem to be spreading okay, so I think we're all right. Let's go for the riots. This leads to suicide pacts. They start to create a cult. I like cults. Like pacts where they will all expose themselves to 2521 and get themselves murdered by the SCP. Okay. Uncontrollable thoughts causes its victims to feel sorrow. They feel more urge to commit suicide. This is far more lethal, but do I want a lot of lethality? Hard to say. I'm going to go for some more Blood Rage just to kind of stack up a bit more cold resistance, since Iceland is the only area where I am currently concerned. I think that's enough for critical mass. Let's go for the pacts. Then we have popular internet video. A video disguised as something else is put on the internet by an unknown person, which contains footage and images of SCP-2521. A third hacker? Oh my gosh, so many copycats. More people will be hunted by SCP-2521. That's always the fun thing about, like, SCP-2521, is it's very much a viral video could destroy the world kind of a thing. Like, the wrong viral video will basically get everyone except those who live in the boonies or your 80-year-old grandparents murdered horribly. I don't know, something to think about. Maybe don't click on that viral video. Maybe just ignore it. Nuclear explosion in Japan? Not Nihon? No, that's terrible. Alright, so we can go for the extreme aggression. We've pretty much got everything we can at this point, though. I guess I'll go ahead and grab some hardening and stuff. Genetic reshuffle probably needs to be renamed. Well, actually, it has a different description. Anomalous properties are reassembled. More work is needed to contain him. He gains more health. Oh my god, he's healing. Never saw that one coming, did ya? Alright, well, at this point, we've more or less won the scenario, so I'm just going to casually speed forward until we are the winner. There we go. Alright, 426 days, 58% cure progress, so I guess we have only 42% health remaining. Okay, could use some more heart containers. 53,467 points and 2 stars. Overall, it's a pretty fine scenario. I mean, it fits with the theme of SCP-2521 pretty well. Again, there are a couple little things here and there that I think are a little confusing, just as far as, like, you know, it wants to spread blood in the water and so on. Doesn't really fit the theme. But then again, I am hardly an SCP expert, so it could very well fit the theme, and I am just an idiot. Either way, though, I think it's a pretty good scenario. It seems to be relatively well balanced. It sticks to a theme. It has a lot of customization. All things that I ultimately look for. I'm absolutely going to give this a thumbs up. Well done, and thank you for sending it my way. And thank all of you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.